These are the 5 biggest antique and vintage art trends for 2024. When it comes to refreshing your spaces, you don't always need to undertake a huge overhaul. It can be as simple as looking to your walls to update any room. Wall art is an enduring fixture in any home, but like any trend, specific mediums can wax and wane with time. It's even true of antique and vintage art, much of which does stand the test of time, but there are certain pieces that have fallen into favor more than others.
But first, in order to create AI art animation, we discovered an honest AI website called WonderAIArtGenerator.com. Just check it out.
The 5 biggest antique and vintage art trends for 2024. Modernist landscapes in the Swedish style. Modernism lives comfortably all throughout Scandinavia, and it's evident in their art. Fadenbrishno says that modernist Swedish style pieces are characterized by visibly loose brushstrokes, flat color spreads, and a dreamy, often monotonal palette. There is something dreamy and transportive about them, Fadenbrishno says. The loose brushstrokes and often unfinished appearance gives character to each. There is a perfect imperfection about them that brings you in. Plus, the palette is fresh and is both bright, yet rich. To find these pieces, crafted by artists like Roger Mahol and Sixteen Lundbaum, shop vetted online marketplaces or head to Europe for an antiquing excursion. Fadenbrishno says that the majority of these pieces are still located there. Fadenbrishno adds that these pieces are strangely affordable. You can find a great piece even framed between $500 and $900, she says. Handcrafted and cottage core pieces. Cottage core, the charming, flower-filled aesthetic that's been celebrated since the start of the pandemic, will continue its bucolic climb well into 2024. Since cottage core is all about crafts, as Saro points out, for these art pieces, think quilts to hang on the wall and floral landscape paintings. This will also tap into Saro's prediction that craft-centered design with a modern twist will be popular in the coming year. Think, the woven tapestries that were popular in the 1970s with an emphasis on bright colors and unique materials. Americana Art. Americana is as old and beloved as, well, America itself. But it will experience a resurgence in 2024. You'll find Americana art in various mediums, from abstract paintings to still lifes, lithographs to fabrics, Fadenbrishno says. Think charming, quilted patterns, pattern mixing a la Gloria Vanderbilt, still lifes with gingham tablecloths, and woven textiles. At Cherish, Fadenbrishno has been seeing Americana across all their home categories, including art. Over the last few years, there has been an overarching trend away from anything garish and loud and toward things that feel more grounded and even craft-based, so this is a natural progression of that with the added element that is a wink to American historical references, she says. Since the Americana trend spans several art subcategories, Fadenbrishno says that you can, for example, discover great quilted Paul Klee lithographs for under $500. She adds that intricate and large-scale textile art is typically on the higher end and priced upwards of $4,000. There are tons of paintings at price points in between, she says. Minimalist geometric art. Hailing from the 1960s, minimalist geometric art will surge in 2024, according to Fadenbrishno. She says that this can include paintings on canvas, colored serigraphs with geometric compositions that are often monochromatic and sometimes portrayed on shaped canvases. Color theory is the name of the game here, she says. Some have strong, dense colors. Others have a more muted palette. Fadenbrishno also says that while this is definitely not a new trend, it's certainly a lasting one, attributed to the beauty that can be observed in these pieces' simplicity, clean lines with elevated palettes. She describes these pieces as the absolute epitome of quiet luxury. Fadenbrishno advises looking for pieces by Robert Mangold and Jean-Marie Hassel. Originals from noted artists of the 60s will fetch over $10,000, but you can find great deals under $1,000 from second-tier artists during that time period or Etchant lithographs, she says. Pop art. Pop art, characterized by its brightly hued graphic and iconic visuals, will trend in 2024. Saro says that the ironic nature of pop art in in-ear design is a great foil to the return to nature trends of past years. Imagine a worn Parisian leather chair and a natural wood antique dresser, paired with an oversized primary colored sculpture of a Pepsi can on the wall, Saro says. The contrast of the two aesthetics make for a great pairing. Saro says that in general, trends that are foils to your current style will keep your home feeling fresh, interesting, and packed with personality, adding that pop art straight from an artist is a good investment if you have the means. But you can also get creative to make pop art out of unlikely finds, she says. Shop industrial junkyards looking for bright colors and interesting shapes, or old commercial store displays and bring them into your home and hang them on the wall as art. Even cool, old metal letters from storefront signs, which I found at salvage yards for around $5 to $20 per letter, can be arranged as a sculpture on a wall instead of as the words they were intended to spell,